Schools from invading their jungle, and all those monsters, all those creeps on the jungle are going to the side of Burmese Schools. Now, this is a fight that they want, I think. Unique Devo here.
This is a big engagement here. Defenders still trying to push them around as much as they can. Benedetta trying to go in towards the backline, but unfortunately, Sawo wasn't able to find the right targets, and they're going in hard. Lil comes with the unstoppable force onto D here, but Ace, it has to pull back. It's 2 for 1 trade. 1 for 3 trade. This is looking great for Unique. Deuce full.
They really, for the side of Burmese Schools, they really need to look out for the places they fight in. That was a very narrow space, and when the Yuzhong came in, every path that they had to escape was blocked.
Absolutely. And
It was every man for himself at that point.
I totally agree, but like you can see that a lot of the members, especially for D, he wants to go in hard with the Blazing Duet, and he gets absolutely shut down by Sawo at that point of time. He tries to battle mirror image forwards or backwards. The Divine Judgment completely locks him in place.
They have to be mindful of their surroundings. If another fight like that happens, you're giving extra time for Sunset Lover to get his items. Remember, he has 0 deaths, so meaning his uptime on just farming is 100%. As long as he's alive, he's getting the gold, and right now he's just clearing the waves and he's moving closer and closer to his items, and once he goes online, it's a monster that you have to stop alone.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Looking at Ling's items as well, it looks like he's got the Demon Hunter sword as well as the Endless Battle, and it looks like he will be purchasing that Blade of Despair once he gets enough gold. Looking over to Unique Deuce Vault side, looks like they are hitting their item powers, but their 2 item power spikes. It's looking like it's finally some smooth sailing and a little bit of breathing room for now.
Sunset Lover and the others, they're just trying to wait for the late game. Well, for the side of Burmese Schools, they do have the late game insurance on D.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. Now, I think, let's just say that whoever uses Wind of Nature first loses.
Yeah.
That's how this matchup works.
I totally agree with that. That is absolutely right, because both sides are so focused on getting rid of those marksmen that if they use it a little too early or they use it ineffectively, they just end up dying anyways.
Then again, it's all about the positioning. If you do not want to use your Wind of Nature, do not get caught out.
Agreed. But I will say that Unique Devo actually has a little bit of an advantage in this particular area of catching people off, because a lot of their abilities is just point and click.
Yeah, and to be honest, they have a lot of these heroes that we talked about this earlier in the draft. That it's single target, it messes up with your position.
Oh yeah.
And that's the only thing that you need.
It's the worst feeling. Blade of Despair being purchased in by Ruby DD as they lose another turn. The macro play coming out Burmese Schools looking really nice, but one shot he tries to go in is going to get heavily punished for that. You cannot be tumbling into your opponent.
A bit of a miscommunication there, as defender wasn't really in the area to go for the follow-up. One shot wanted to go in, wanted to fight, but his team thinks otherwise.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more patient in that sense, but hopefully that wasn't hopefully that was a little bit of a misclick. That's fine. Unique Deuceveld doesn't lose too much off of this. It's not like they had a lot of pressure to work with to begin in the game. But Burmese Schools, looking at their macro, it's looking good. 7K ahead of their opponents. It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, man. Looking at it right now, Ace and Kid are here in the Lord area, and this is going to be the most important part of the map right now. Lil here, spotting them out. Will they contest? Everyone is scattered here for the side of Unique Devo, while Burmese Schools, they are in the Lord area, and they're just trying to take it down, and they will give it to the side of Burmese Schools without contest.
Yeah, I think it's definitely understandable here. Burmese Schools are finally, especially for their core heroes, are reaching that point of that breaking point. Being able to have that 3 to 4 item power spike, and that's what happens when you reach 49K. While Unique Deuceveld is trying to catch up to it. They're just a little bit behind. They're just 5K behind actually from hitting that power spike themselves. So until they hit that, I don't think Unique is going to be doing too much.
Yeah, clock sticking for both of these teams. Who has the better positioning? Unique Devo, they got the early game advantage. Right now, it's slowly, slipping out of their hands. And for the late game, it's anything goes because you have the Claude, you have your 1-1, and especially for Burmese schools that they have this late game Lunox potential, and that's Benedetta who has late game potential as well.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough one. Luminous Lord going to be crashing into the top inhibitor turret. It breaks it instantaneously, but Unique is doing a good job clearing out the Lord empowered minions on the mid and bottom side. Now they just have to deal with Lord. They lost the inhibitor turret, which is not the greatest, but they are still in it to win it. They haven't bowed out just yet.
And they have good wave there, mind you. That is going to be their ring of order coming out here from Gaja. Ruby DD is going to go in. Oh, he forced that.
He's forcing it hard. Defender trying to disrupt as much as possible, but in the back line, maybe going in with the implosion. Nothing they can do about it. Burmese ghouls, they go in. Maybe tries to save the day, but unfortunately, Ruby DD might have accidentally baited a fight. Oh, it's not over yet. Kid turns around with the targeting as well. Goes into that brilliant form, but nah, he's gonna be absolutely shut down by Unique Deuce Volt.
And they do not disappoint Unique Devo. They hold the line to their pace, and right now, Sunset Lover is getting all the items in the world, and Sunset Lover is loving it. No puns intended.
But Ruby DD, he's going to be trying to clear that wave as soon as possible, but this is the time that Unique can do something about it. Ruby DD, he's in trouble. Oh, that was clean. Come on.
Eye for an eye. When you time it right, it can do you wonders.
Man, literally, it's a point 0.7 second ability, less than a second. That timing couldn't have been any more perfect. It had to be within the range of 0.5. That's ridiculous.
But then again, man, that is a telegraphed skill. You can see it from a mile away. It's gonna come in front of you, and you just have to time it right.
But still, it's
Yeah,
it's
that
so
I like it. I like it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, Sunset Lover!
It's looking bad. They finally found that pick onto Sunset Lover with the implosion, but now they are going in hard. Defender trying to disengage the rest of the team. They cannot afford to lose any more members. Maybe, well done. Even without a flicker, he is still pulling punches.
Looking at it, that was a clutch catch for maybe. For the longest time, he couldn't get really an explosion on that 1-1, but with that flicker in,
Yeah,
he got it in time.
he's doing it again and finds Lil in the process, and now it's going to allow Ace to jump in towards the backline. Sawo gets executed, and he is down. This opens up the entire wave for Burmese ghouls to finish off the Fire Defender, trying to clear it up as soon as possible to keep the crystal alive. But Ace, he's trying to kill it out as soon as he can. One shot doesn't take him out in time. Burmese ghouls take game one.
And clutch moment